So some new information came out about Tekashi 6ix9ine that absolutely, positively puts him in the room talking gang business. Me and the Notification Gang would like to invite everybody to come join us Monday through Thursday, 9:20 to 10 o'clock for morning coffee, where we discuss the events of the prior day and also just talk mess about stuff. See you then. Hey, don't forget to check out the link of the day in the description. BBN, Jack Frost. What's up, party people? So yeah. So basically, TMZ is now reporting that, okay, first of all, let's just say this much. Everybody's already heard about the plea deal. We still have a lot of people that are saying Tekashi's not snitching. And just so we could be clear on what I'm saying before I tell you what TMZ is reporting on, and I'm going to basically repeat what I've said before, because it seems like I've read the comment sections. I don't know. I don't know if I'm being trolled or if I'm not being clear. So I'm just going to be clear on something. Tekashi 6ix9ine has made a deal. His deal doesn't necessarily kick in, I believe, until he actually goes to court and testifies in open court. I believe, I can be wrong, but I believe that depending on how the trials of the other defendants and other people that he might be trying to, or he might be testifying against, goes, is going to be directly responsible or have something to directly do with how much time the courts decide to give or to not give him. That is what I've been saying. Okay, so TMZ is saying that details of Tekashi 6ix9ine plea deal is now public, as we already know. Way less than even the minimum sentence of a boatload of crimes. So basically, TMZ is saying that there's a good chance that he's not going to get that much time. So anyway, Tekashi is facing a maximum of 47 years in prison, as everybody knows. Everybody keeps talking about 47 plus 22, that's 6ix9ine. We keep hearing people say that. They're thinking that the government is actively trolling 6ix9ine on purpose. You know, I'm not trying to laugh at this, but I'm saying if this is actually what the government is doing, shame on you, government. I'm over here wagging my finger, just if y'all don't know. Shame on you, government. Anyway, so there's a maximum of life behind bars. The minimum would be 47 years, just so we can be clear on that. And that is if he goes and he actually try to fight whatever the charges is, and then they give him the minimum charges on all of the 9 counts, it would add up to 47 years. And obviously the maximum count that he could get for all of these charges, because some of them have a maximum of a life behind bars, would be life behind bars. Anyway, so after he pleads guilty, which he did, to racketeering, conspiracy, firearms offenses, narcotics trafficking, and other crimes, he's done pleaded guilty to all of this stuff. So basically, what they're saying now is it's being reported that the rapper cooperated with the feds. It's being reported that Tekashi testified before a grand jury. Okay, so everybody, so y'all can know what a grand jury is, because some people don't know what a grand jury is. So everybody that knows what a grand jury is, please stop, don't turn your nose up to people who don't. When the government, or whenever the state or the DA or whoever decides that they want to bring a charge against someone, they can't just take you to court. There's a grand jury that's held to see if there's even enough evidence to go to court for. Sometimes the state, the DA, the government, whoever, tries to take things to the grand jury, and the grand jury says that's not enough evidence. And if the grand jury says that that's not enough evidence, you do not proceed to trial. But if the state or the government goes to the grand jury, who's made up of regular citizens, by the way, goes to the grand jury, and they present their case, and then the grand jury doesn't say that the person is innocent or guilty, but what the grand jury says is whether there's enough evidence to even have a trial in the first place. So that's where Tekashi has been testifying before the grand jury. So that means that they're going to trial. There's going to be a trial for these guys, because he's turned evidence in the grand jury against individuals, and that's maybe, I don't know this to be 100% sure, but maybe that's even how Kuda B got, because he had to throw his name out there and go testify that yes, that's the guy that I paid, talk to him on the phone, yada yada, this and this and that. Anyway, so the U.S. Attorney in the Southern District of New York agreed not to prosecute 6ix9ine for the crime set forth in counts 1 through 9. They agreed to not prosecute him. Why? One of the reasons is because he testified before the grand jury. Also, remember, he's already pled guilty. So all of this is after the fact type stuff. You understand what I'm saying? After the trials and everything else. Because remember, the trial set September 4th. His sentencing date, September 4th, 2019, pardon me. Tekashi's sentencing date is January 24th, I believe. It's 24th or 23rd. I think it's the 24th, 2020. So there is very little chance that a trial is going to start in freaking September and still be going on in January. Like, that would be, and that trial would probably break records for how long it would be. Trials are not that long. You understand what I'm saying? Is basically my point. Not normally. There's going to be that one guy that's going to go in the comment section and talk about some shit that happened in like 1832. And they're going to be like, yeah, trials be that long. And it's going to be like the one trial ever. And because that's what they do to me. Like, I say something and they can't figure out how I'm wrong. So they go find some like once in a lifetime type situation to bring up. Oh man, I want to talk about that. Anyway, so various crimes. For the crimes set forth in counts 1 through 9 and various crimes off the books. In addition, prosecutors agreed not to go after 6ix9ine for crimes he told prosecutors about that have not yet been charged. So basically, besides the indictment, the 1 through 9 indictment, any other crimes that he might bring up, that he might have been involved in, that don't even have anything to do with this indictment, they are also going to agree to let him off on those. So basically, they're saying, look, Tekashi, what do you got? What do you got? Like that, right? They're probably saying it to him just like that, like a big spotlight. Like a big spotlight right in his eyes. So it's like 6 guys on the other side of the table. They're all hunched over, bumping into each other. What do you got, Tekashi? And he's just over, he don't know these guys. He's just saying everything. Anyway, I don't know if he's really squilling or not. I'm just saying that's what he's being accused of, and there has been more proof to not lately that he is actually telling. And that's all I was saying initially when we was talking. I said, yo, look, early in the proceedings, people was calling him a snitch. I'm like, okay, I'm not saying he hasn't snitched. I'm not saying he didn't snitch. But let's have some kind of proof first. Let's not get into this new age thing where people just start throwing shit on people. You understand what I'm saying? Let's not do that. That's what I'm saying. Let's not do that. Anyway, the plea deal also says it is understood that the defendant's cooperation is likely to reveal the activities of individuals and that witness protection may be required at a later date. So basically, they're already setting Tekashi up for witness protection. They already know the things that he is going to say is going to need him to be protected. See, I told everybody from the rip, off of the rip, I told y'all the government does not want Tekashi. They never wanted Tekashi. They don't care about Tekashi. Maybe like in middle America, these little white kids, they think he's some big crime lord. So they don't get it. Maybe there's some like 6-year-old somewhere in a schoolyard, I don't know, playing like robbers and robbers, because nobody ever wants to be the cops anymore, right? It's like robbers and they're the other robbers, but one of the robbers is the good robbers and the other one is the other robbers that might be good. Well, anyway, the point being is No one that is a grown adult that has any type of real cognitive functions think that Tekashi is any type of crime lord, is my point. The police, the FBI, none of these guys want him. They don't care about him. They're ready to give him whatever deals that they got to give him to get the people they actually want. That's my point. Anyway, it sounds like they may be, it's definitely going to be necessary. Like I said, there's no way to get around it. Like, you could look at a lot of things that his daughter's mother's doing by trying to distance herself from him. You know, I can see why a lot of that distancing could be done because of a fear of people thinking that she's aligned with him, and thus, you know, putting her life in danger. I can see that. I'll leave that alone. I won't speak on that no more. Anyway, it's ultimately, though, for everybody to understand, up to the judge to determine the sentence. Okay, so there's two ways that this could go in order for him to get no jail time. These are the two ways that I know about. There might be more ways, and please, I'm saying that I'm going to have to go through this so slow. You don't understand how people be in the comments thinking they telling me off because they heard, I don't know. Anyway, so there's this thing where they allow you to take back a plea, where you can plead guilty or you can plead innocent to something, and then later on down the line, they'll allow you to switch your plea. Like, let's say you help the government bust a big drug ring, and then when it's time for sentencing, I think you can do it at sentencing. I'm not 100% sure, but you have your attorney go back to the court and say, after you've done everything you're supposed to do, we want to take back our plea of guilty. And then it's up to the judge, I believe, to accept those you know, the circumstances. I believe first they'll ask the DA, is there a problem? Do y'all have an issue with this? You know, any fight back? The DA will say whatever the heck the DA has to say about it, and then the judge will either allow it or not allow it. That's one way that this could be done. Okay, that's one way. Watch, just go in the comment section. Watch, you're going to have people telling me the exact opposite, saying I'm saying things I'm not saying. Anyway, so another way that this could be done that I know about is when sentencing comes, the DA can go to the judge and say, look, we asked him for this, and this, and that, and he gave us everything that we asked for. We currently, right now, believe that he is not a danger to society, and in actuality, he was not a part of the criminal activities that, you know, were just prosecuted in those other cases, and for whatever the reason is, he helped the state. He was an agent of the government, or agent of the state, and we are saying that we're not asking for any jail time. We're asking for time served, and at that point, the judge could either say, well, okay, we'll give him time served, or the judge could just say, well, screw whatever you talking about. 47 years, Mr. 69. Ha, ha, ha. Or do that. You know what I'm saying? But the point is that these are two ways that he could get off and not serve any more time than about a year and a day. So, just want to say that. Also, they say, it's understood that the defendant's cooperation is likely to reveal the activities of individuals and that witness protection may be required at a certain later date. That's what I just said. It's ultimately up to the judge to determine the sentencing. That's something else that I just said. And it's unclear how much time prosecutors will ask for. That's what I just explained about. It appears the number of years may be in the teens, maybe less. Now, this is just my perspective on the whole entire situation. I believe that the people that they want is if they're able to get a majority or all of the people that they want, I think they're still going to give him a little bit of time, just because they might do the fake out, like act like they're giving him a little bit of time, but they're really not giving him no time, so people could think he's locked up while they're, you know, probably removing the facial tattoos and making him a new identity and like putting him somewhere in Italy or some shit. Because I mean, realistically, he can't live in America no more. Like, really? Like, where can he live at in America? Like, he's gonna, I don't know. Anyway, so, South America. Anyway, so, let me know what y'all guys think about it. Leave it down in the comment section. Do you think 6ix9ine is telling it all? Do you think he's going to serve any real time? And do you think, and this is just a question I'm just curious about myself, do you think he's really responsible for this situation? Or is the person who might be responsible the individual that wanted to get him in the gang in the first place? It's obviously, if you look at everything that's been transpiring, he's not really a gang member. He's not gang material, I wouldn't think. Anyway, let me know what y'all guys think. Leave it down in the comment section. Like, comment, subscribe. Join the notification gang. Hashtag Bronx Bombers. Let's get it. I love y'all. Take care of each other. Hug the kids for me. I haven't forgotten about you. And that's all I got on this one. I'm out. If you like this video, please hit the like and subscribe button. If you would like to help dictate the direction that this channel takes, please leave a comment. All comments are appreciated, whether positive or negative. Thank you very much and enjoy your day. And remember, positive thoughts cause for positive things to happen. Let's get it.